in Bhagavad Gita.
Cantons, Srila Prabhupada? Cantons?
Means Bhagavad Gita. Purusha prakritisya bhunte prakritijan guna karanam gunasanga asya sagasat janmajonishu. Purusha means enjoyer, and prakriti means enjoyer. So, real Purusha is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the living entities, they are actually Prakriti. There are three kinds of Prakritis or energy. God has got different energies. Parasya Shakti Vividhaiva Sriyate Sabhamiki Jnana Balakriyat. Sabhamiki, just like an intelligent person, he has varieties of intelligence and energy. We see sometimes in human society a particular person has got a special intelligence, special energy. So, what to speak of the Supreme Lord? He has got varieties of energies, and all of these energies taken together primarily divided into three: the material energy, the spiritual energy, and the marginal energy. The material energy, this cosmic manifestation, as we see one universe, and each universe is filled up with many planetary systems, suns, moons, and other planets. This is one universe. Similarly, there are many millions of universes. We get information from Vedic Shastra, Jasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti. Jagadanda Koti. Jagadanda means this universe. And there are hundreds and millions, numberless. And each universe is filled up with innumerable planets. Tasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti Kotishu Asesha Vasudhari Vibhuti Bhinnam. Vasudha, planets. So all these manifestations of material energy, that is stated in the Bhagavad Gita, Athva Bahunetena Pingyatena Thavarjuna Vishtabhya Aham Idam Krishnam Ekangsena Sthitolya. This Jagat is 1/4 manifestation of the material energy of the Supreme Personality of God. This is called Prakriti. So, Purusha don't talk. Purusha, we living entities, we are sometimes called Purusha because we artificially exhibit our propensity to enjoy this material world. So Purusha means enjoy. Therefore, sometimes we are called Purusha. Here, the living entities as a whole is called Purusha. Here, even the woman, she is also Purusha because the same spirit I shall enjoy to my best capacity, either man or woman. Therefore, she is also in that sense Purusha, she wants to enjoy. And the man also wants to enjoy. But both of them, Prakritistha, we are under the control of this Prakriti. This is our position. You must understand our position. Prakriti kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvas. Ahankara vimura ma kartaham iti mannati. The Purusha, the living entity, is fully under the control of material nature. That's a fact. You cannot deny it. If you deny it, then ahankara vimuratma, simply by false egotism, we declare independence, and that is not possible. This is Gyan. So this Purusha, this living entity, Prakritistha, being under the control of Prakriti, material nature, Bhunte, he is obliged, he is forced, Prakritijan guna, he is forced, he is obliged to accept the supremacy of the modes of material nature, Prakritijan guna. There are three modes of material nature: goodness, Sata, Raja, Tama. So, goodness, passion and ignorance. So either of them we have to accept, either of them. So, on account of accepting the association of a particular type of modes of material nature, karanam gunasangasya sadasat janma jonishu, why there are different varieties of living entities. Jarajanam lakhani sthavara lakhavinsati krimayo rudra sankhaka. There are 900,000 species or forms of life within the water. Jalaja namalakhani, sthavara lakhavinsati. There are 2 million forms of plants, trees, like that, creepers, and Kimaya Rudra Sankhaka, and insects, 11 lakhs species. In this way, there are 8,400,000 forms of life. Krishna says, Sarvajoni Sukanteya Sambhavanti Murtaya. In all the forms of life, as many living entities are there, Tasang Mahajani Brahma Hama Bija Pradapita, and the seed-giving Father, of all of them. So, every living entity is the son of God. But according to karma, they have accepted different forms of life. Some of them are in the water, some of them in the plants and trees, some of them are in the insects, some of them are birds, beasts, and the human life is a great chance to understand that how we have been put into the clutches of Prakriti. Purusha Prakriti-stha. How I have been put in. You cannot, if somebody says it is all right, I am put within this material nature, Prakriti, so what is the wrong? Let me remind. That is called ignorance. Because you are a spirit soul, you are eternal. Na hannate hannamane sarire. The spirit soul is transmigrating from one body to another, beginning from the aquatic life up to this human life and above this human life. This transmigration is going on. Tatha dehantara prapti. You have to change your body within this material world according to your karma. You have to change your body. Unfortunately, there is no education, there is no knowledge about this throughout the whole world, and they are thinking that after annihilation of this body, everything is finished. No, that is not the fact. Tatha dehantara prapti. If a young man thinks that I have got now this body for enjoyment, I am a young man, I shall not become an old man. That is not the fact. The young man has to become old man. That is prakriti-jana guna. You cannot say that I shall remain young man forever and enjoy life. That is not possible. Similarly, you have to change your body. Tatha dehantara prapti. Unfortunately, there is no discussion, there is no education, there is no institute for these important factors of life, and people are kept in darkness. This is Kali Yuga. They do not care to know, neither there is arrangement in the educational institution to know this fact. Although the fact is there, it is explained by Krishna personally explaining tatha dehantara prapti antavattu me deha nitya sokta sharirina. This body is perishable, but the sharirina, one who possesses this body, he is nitya, shasata, na hannati hannamane sharire. This knowledge is missing. That is the defect of modern civilization, atheistic civilization. Eat, drink, be merry and enjoy. This is not very good position. Today, I may be in good position, I may be millionaire, I may be prime minister, but when death will come, it will take everything from you, and it will oblige you to go to a species form of life which you cannot deny. Purusha prakritistha bhungte prakritijana guna. If you have infected some disease, you must suffer from it. There is no excuse. Even a child, if it touches the fire will not excuse, because it is a child, he does not know. Therefore I shall not burn its finger. No excuse. Daividhyesa gunamai mama maya duruttaya. You cannot escape the stringent laws of nature. That is not possible. If you are foolishly thinking that I shall escape the punishment or reward of the Prakriti, actually, so long we are within this material world, Prakriti's thought, there is no question of enjoyment. It is false enjoyment. Suppose you are well situated after hard struggle, how long you will remain in that situation? At any moment you may be kicked out. That is your position. Mittu sarva harastraham. So, real knowledge is, we must seriously think that if I am eternal, what shall I do with this temporary position? I may stay here for 50 years or 40 years, say 100 years, not 100 years, it is not possible. At most 30, 40 years. But I am not meant for 30, 40 years, I am eternal. Na hannate hannamane sarire. This knowledge is not coming. There is no system of education. It is a very dangerous type of civilization without any spiritual knowledge. Very, very dangerous position. Risky. So this Krishna consciousness movement, on authoritative basis, trying to enlighten people to release him from these clutches of Maya and ignorance. This is Krishna consciousness movement. And it is authorized because we are speaking on the basis of Bhagavad Gita, on the basis of Vedic knowledge. And Bhagavad Gita is the essence of Vedic knowledge. Bhagavan says in the Bhagavad Gita, Vedaishta sarvai ahameva vedam. What is the purpose of Vedic knowledge? The purpose of Vedic knowledge is to understand Krishna. Vedaishta sarvai ahameva vedam. See, Bhagavad Gita is also the process to know Krishna. Therefore, it is the essence of Vedic knowledge. Because if it is a fact that by studying Vedas, one has to understand Krishna, Vedaishta sarvai ahameva vedam. So, Krishna is explaining himself, what he is. Therefore, it is the essence of Vedic knowledge. This essence of Vedic knowledge is there. It is very simple. Anyone can understand. There is no difficulty. When Krishna says, Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samavita jujutsava, where is the difficulty? The Kurukshetra is still there. Everyone knows there is a railway station of the name Kurukshetra, and there is a place Kurukshetra. Now it is being developed by the Haryana government. So, how you can explain Kurukshetra otherwise? Kurukshetra is a fact, and it is a Dharma Kshetra. Still, many millions of Indians go there to visit, especially during the solar eclipse occasion, they go there. And When Krishna was staying on this planet, he, his brother Balaram and his sister Subhadra also visited Kurukshetra. That ceremony is observed as Ratha Jatra. Three persons, two brothers and one sister. We are celebrating, introduced this Ratha Jatra system in the Western countries, and recently we had this festival in New York, very successfully, perhaps you have read in the paper. Anyway, this movement is strictly based on the Shastra and the Vedic knowledge, and the essence of Vedic knowledge is the Bhagavad Gita, and we are presenting as it is. We do not explain Kurukshetra as this body. There is no meaning, there is no dictionary which means Kurukshetra, this body. So, Kurukshetra is a place, Dharmakshetra, it is a place of religion, or as per Vedic instruction, Kurukshetra Dharma Jajayat. You go to Kurukshetra and perform ritualistic ceremonies, that is recommended. So there is no question of interpreting Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetra when you can understand it very easily and direct. There is no use of interpretation. Interpretation is required when you cannot understand one statement. In the law court, if one statement is ambiguous, then two parties argue on it. I think it is this, I think. But when it is clear, there is no question of interpretation. Unfortunately, the Bhagavad Gita is being interpreted by unauthorized persons unnecessarily, and people are kept into darkness. We are trying to protest against this process. We are presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is, and people are taking advantage of it in the Western countries. They are taking good interest. They are reading Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam in very large scale, increasing our book sales every year. Millions and millions dollars we are already selling, I have already stated, unexpected, 60,000 dollars per day. People are taking so much interest in this literature. So try to understand that we are Purusha. Purusha means we are part and parcel of the Supreme Purusha. Krishna is described as the Parabrahma Param Dhamam Purusham Param. He is Param Purush, and we are subordinate Purush. We have got the same constitutional position, but very minute. Anoraniyana Mahato Maya. Krishna is Mahato, greater than the greatest, and we are the smaller than the smallest. But the particle is the same, as particle of gold is also gold. But the particle of gold is never equal to the gold mine. We should understand this. Mamayvangsha jiva bhuta, we are part and parcel of the Supreme Person. Therefore we have got all the propensities and qualities of God, but very minute quantity. That minute quantity is also now covered by this material energy. That is our position. Purusha Prakriti-stha. Being under the clutches of this Prakriti, whatever little light was there as part and parcel of God, that is now covered. So, this position has to be discovered, or this covering has to be taken away, then we come to our position, original position, that is called Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. As soon as this covering is taken away, then you become Brahma Bhuta. Now we are Jiva Bhuta. Under the covering of this material energy, we are Jiva Bhuta. When this covering is taken away, then we are Brahma Bhuta. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, na sotati, na kankati, samas sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhakti ravati para. So, if you try to become Brahma Bhuta, that is not very difficult. Just try to understand that you are not this body. You are spirit soul. You are entrapped by this body, and you have to change this body, and according to your work you have to accept another body. Don't be satisfied with the present bodily situation, that you are very happily situated. That is not the fact. You have to change this position. You have to accept another body, and you do not know what kind of body you have to accept. It will be given by Prakriti. Karanam gunasangas sadasat janma jonishu. So, don't be irresponsible to your life. Be responsible and be prepared for the next life and act accordingly. Every direction is there in the Bhagavad Gita, and prove that you are human being. The animal cannot do it. If you do not do it, that you remain an animal. The animal has no capacity to understand Vedic knowledge or the Bhagavad Gita, and even though you have got the intelligence, if you do not utilize it to understand the instruction in the Bhagavad Gita and Vedic knowledge, then purposefully we keep ourselves within the category of animals. So our this Krishna consciousness movement is a humble attempt to awaken the whole human society to the spiritual knowledge and act according to the instruction of spiritual life, and be happy and be prepared for the next life. The perfection of next life is to become free from the laws of material nature. That is the highest perfection. Samsiddhing paramangata. That can be possible when you go back home, back to God. That is not very difficult at the same time. Krishna says, Janma karma cha dibbam me jiv janati tattata tatta jeham punarjanma naiti mamit. Very simple thing. You simply try to understand Krishna. Why Krishna comes? Jada jada hi dharma saglani bhavati bharat. What is dharma saglani? What is dharma? Why does he come? Paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya duskita. Who is sadhu? Who is duskrita? These things have to be studied. If you neglect, if you remain like animal without studying all these things, what is the value of your life? So this Krishna consciousness movement is trying to awaken people. Wake up! Uttisthata jagrata praptaparan nibodhat. You have got this opportunity. Try to understand yourself. Why you should go on like animals, imperceptibly change your body from one to another, one to another. This is bhavarok. This is not very good position. So we shall request you to take advantage of this movement, join it, study, and inquire, and be, actually in knowledge, jnanam vijnanam astikam, brahma karma savavajam. This is the business of Brahmana, one who knows Brahma. Jnanam vijnanam astikam. Astikam means to have faith in the authoritative Vedic knowledge. That is called astikam. According to our Vedic principle, one who has full faith in the Vedic knowledge is astic. And who has no faith in the Vedic knowledge is nastic. So, be astic, don't be nastic. There is no useful purpose becoming a nastic. Be astic, and the essence of Vedic knowledge is Bhagavad Gita, because the Supreme Personality of Godhead is speaking personally. Take advantage of it. Apply it practically in life and be happy, not only in this life, but the next life. Thank you very much.
Do you have any questions and answers? Can we ask if anybody has any questions?
Thank you.
If anybody has any questions, you can put them forward. Does anybody have any questions?
No question?
Prabhu, Vivekananda also stated, awake, arise, stop not until the goal is reached. What goal did he preach?
They ask him, I do not. Call Vivekananda and ask him. You are a devotee of Vivekananda, you do not know? What did he mean? What kind of devotee you are? You are asking me, you do not know? This is going on. He does not know what Vivekananda, and he is a devotee of Vivekananda. This is not good. You must know what Vivekananda said, what is his ultimate goal of life. You must be intelligent. Now we are speaking of Krishna, and the Supreme Person, Matta Parataram Nanya. So there is no need of Vivekananda. When the Supreme Person is speaking, accepted by all. In the Bhagavad Gita it is said that we are accepted by authorities. Vyāsa, Devala, Asita, Nārada. We have to accept authority. We is accepted by authorities. The Vyāsa, Nārada, Devala, Asita, Ramanucharya, Madhyacharya, Chaitanya, even Sankaracharya, they have accepted Krishna as the supreme authority. You take the authority statement, don't go elsewhere, then you will be misled. When the supreme authority is speaking, take it and apply it in life, you will be happy. Really. Any other question? So let us have some kirtan.
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.